Today we're going to talk. No, wait. Much better. Today we're going to discuss nerd culture.
What are you doing, Sparrow?
A few days ago, I went to my very first convention. Sorry about the voices. It's a. So yeah, I went to my very first convention. A, because my favorite creator was there. Shout out to the Ripperverse. And two, I thought he was interesting. And then my dad was also lives in Florida, so I'm like, why not? Let's go check it out. And it was a fun journey, man. I had a hell of a time. And I was gonna post a lot of videos about my journey through there, but I think I'm gonna reserve it towards my travel channel. But today, I wanna talk about something that I found very interesting while I was over there. I saw a lot of couples, young couples, nerdy ones. They just like all dressed up with similar outfit. I thought it was freaking awesome. So today, the discussion is about nerd love, nerd culture, the ability to embrace your inner nerd and find happiness with one another. So basically, I'm going to be a wingman for my fellow nerds out there.
Wielding a keyblade is that usually most swords have a specific hilt or a guard. The keyblade doesn't quite have something like that, so wielding it's a little different than normal.
You may have guessed it by now that I'm a bit of a nerd myself. I mean, not fully developed, but come on, let's face it. Don't act like you didn't know. What the hell you think all that goofiness comes from, huh? Anyway, so when I went over there, right, one thing I kind of like seeing is just watching young couples, because I've been married for a long time, and I actually find it, there's a lot of happiness to be gained when you find someone that you really care about and that person also care about you as well. However, once you get on the internet, you would think that's actually not the case. You would see all the bickering and the fighting amongst people, and you would think that men and women actually hate each other. But once you get into the real world, that's not actually the case. It's just miserable people can't stand each other.
Oh, shit.
But those who actually have good heart, good intention, that have a higher level of morality, integrity, yeah, you will find a lot of that in nerd culture. Why is that, you may ask, Haitian? Sexy Haitian. Why is that so? How do you believe is that so? Well, it's perfect, because these folks grew up in comic books and their favorite movie genre, like science fictions, like Star Wars and so on and so forth. And a lot of these movies, I don't know about now, but back in the days, a lot of these movies had a very high sense of right and wrong, what is good, what is not good, and what you should fight against evil and temptation and all this stuff.
Was I not clear, woman? We are forging weapons for Gondor!
And therefore, a lot of these nerdy guys, such as myself and others, they tend to not want to disappoint our favorite superhero. We want to be strong like Superman. We want to be intelligent like Batman.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you could speak, sea creature. That was eat my whole ass in dolphin.
We want to actually have power, like know how to box and punch like Isom. We want to be able to do certain things that's like our heroes are doing, even though it's not in our reach, but it's inspiring enough for us to become the better version of ourselves. Yes, I am promoting nerdy love. I'm promoting nerd culture because I know a lot of these guys, they are good-hearted people. So yo, this is so fucking cool. So now, ladies, I'm talking to you now, ladies. I know the past few years haven't been great to y'all. You haven't been really getting quality men.
She says, I got a good job. I make very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. It's like, yo, it's like, who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh. You haven't been getting the best out of us, the best of the bunch. You've been getting a lot of either too simpy or too alpha male, or a whole bunch of people that just want to just bang you and leave you because they want to replicate the era of the 90s and the 2000s when coochie was flying over for the free. And now that you actually put in a higher price tag on that coochie, and then it makes it very difficult for men to actually get through you, but yet you still want to have a good man, you still want to have a decent man. I'm telling you right now, nerd culture is where to go.
Tell me how you know your boyfriend won't cheat on you without telling me how you know your boyfriend won't cheat on you. I'll go first.
I love the Reds.
These guys, they don't cheat. They rub feet. They sometimes cook and clean. And they do a whole lot of things in between. You know what I mean?
Woo! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I have got an anime on my side! Who dares to trespass? I am the king!
Now, you probably wouldn't know that about a lot of us because a lot of us tend not to be socially involved with the crowd. We don't really like crowd as much, and some of us they're not extrovert. We're more introvert. Well, I socialize, but however, a lot of my peers, they're not out there just like approaching women and just like shooting their shots. They'd rather be like, admire you from a distance. They might find you cute. They might think that, oh my God, this girl is hot, but I don't want to show up to her and talk about comic book because she might think I'm a weirdo and this and that. So then therefore, sometimes they don't put in the effort. So you might end up having to do the approach. So this is what I require from you ladies. I know Valentine is coming up and you tired of having, going from cuff season to single season being back on the streets, and you tired of these men as soon as they get a decent haircut, they want to be back in the streets.
Men don't take care of their kids. This is why. Because we getting hand jobs like this, man. I'm crispy, man. Huh? I'm not even paying you for this haircut. I'm giving you my wedding ring. I think it was $400. You can keep all of it, okay? I'm for the streets.
You want you a good man, don't you? You want you a loyal man. You want you a man that you can depend on. So, you better start brushing up on your comic book knowledge. You better start embracing your inner nerd. You better start playing a little bit of video games so you have more in common to our regular nerds, to our fellow nerds. You better actually now start approaching these guys. Go to a few conventions. Come through, be like, yo, I like your costume. Let me take a picture with you, so on and so forth. And then you strike up a conversation. And then the thing about people is the fact that as soon as you realize that you are teaching someone about something, then you get energetic, you get motivated. Like, all you have to do is ask a fellow nerd, like, all right, tell me about this genre, tell me about this superhero and that superhero, and then he's gonna do all the talking. You just lay back, relax, and just watch him talk.
All right, so I'll explain this again if I have to. These are my dungeon tiles that I make for D&D. I 3D print them. I put magnets in them so they snap together like that. I paint them. I've had those ones for a while. But lately, I've been working on these. They're cave tiles. They've also got magnets in them, so they snap together like that. And now I can build a cave system, connect it to my dungeon, and just build this massive dungeon.
Therefore, ladies, I also have another condition. If you're going to come into this space, if you're going to come into nerd culture to find yourself a good, liable partner, I want you to don't play game with these men. Don't play game with them because they are good people. They don't deserve your BS. If you're going to be out there playing games and stuff like that, keep your ass over there next to the normies.
All men don't cheat, okay?
They don't.
The ones who don't cheat don't get enough pussy. They don't have a choice.
This is definitely a false narrative that I'm not going to let slide at all. You know why there are men that don't cheat? Because they actually have discipline. They actually believe in monogamy and being faithful and being devoted. There are men that can completely 100% resist temptation. Now, I'm not saying that she is 100% wrong because there are some men that are much less attractive and where they do not get a lot of women. But let's also not get it twisted. There are some girls that get with ugly dudes and them ugly dudes be cheating too. But the freaking point is, let's not act like there aren't real faithful and devoted men out here that actually know how to be in a monogamous relationship and not give out community penis out here. It's just that unfortunately those men aren't really highly as valued as they used to be anymore. There's a reason for that. That's a whole.
These are good fellas. I don't want to hear none of that BS. You try to use them, abuse them, and so on and so forth. And don't try to change them. You can try to improve them. That's why, a little bit of their style, whatever, they become more confident to become the better version of themselves with your help, but don't try to change them. Anyways, I know that kind of got dark real quick because I'm protective of my fellow nerds. So, I'm your host, your sexy Haitian. So, share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace. Nice.